It is day 22, writing my very first book, which I've given myself 100 days to do. And over that 100 days, I'm going to write a book about my last 10 years and my journey of transitioning out of the corporate world, also businesses I owned, where, like so many people today, we end up trading our valuable time for money. And now, what an opportunity we have in the world to be able to leverage our knowledge and our experience off of technology and no longer have to trade our valuable time for money. So first of all, if you are doing 3 types of video, one, you could do it as a Facebook Live directly, you could do it as a recorded video, or you could do it as a stories, which are the 15-second, 20-second clips. The first thing you need to remember is that if you are doing a live video into Facebook, make sure that your camera on your phone, if you're using a phone, is in landscape, so like that. Just the same if you're doing it in Facebook stories, so those are the 20-second, 15-second clips, make sure that it is portrait as opposed to landscape, because the same thing will happen. If you're doing recorded videos that you're just recording off your phone, you want to upload them to Facebook, make sure those are done in landscape. Camera setting is really important, number one. Number two, a lot of people kind of freeze because they don't know what they want to say. Here's some tips for you in order to help you. I'm suggesting that if you do need notes, just get a little post-it and stick it just about there. I would say put out 3 bullet points and then just talk to those 3 bullet points. And then the third thing is, if you're doing Facebook Lives and you want to practice, set the setting as just yourself, and then just practice and practice away. And then when you've got the confidence, make sure you take it off just me and do it either just to your friends or to do it to the public. The key things, if you've got an online business and you are doing video content, the very first thing you need to do is come into the video and enter the conversation that's going on in people's head. What is the problem that's keeping them awake at night? You have to hold the audience there with you with interesting conversation around something that's really important to them. Second thing is, tell them who you are and why you feel you're the person to be able to address this issue. Number 3, then start teaching 3 to 5 things around the problem. So they could be 1, 2, 3, this is the issue. Now here's the 3 ways that I believe are the most important that can solve this problem. And what's important also is you bring into those teaching points either your own experiences, or you can curate the stories of your clients, people you know. Obviously there needs to be an element of confidentiality around it, but bring in storytelling to your element of when you're teaching. It is so important. And then number 4, when you finish or about to finish your video, make sure you give some direction as to what you want people to do. People that are watching your videos need to be directed somewhere. I would like to share with you today what I think is really important if you're writing a book. Really, I guess this applies to people that are writing books at the moment or thinking about writing a book. I want to share with you today a big idea that I learned from my mentor, who's written many, many books, numbers of books that are New York Times bestselling, just fantastic. He is an online coach. He is also somebody who's a well-known author, and I'm in his mastermind group. And it's fantastic to be able to get that kind of inspiration and also get that kind of knowledge and help. One of the things that so many people that are writing books today miss out on. If you are writing a book today in the online world, it is so important, because you'll miss this opportunity if you don't, that you actually have what I call a back-end sales strategy. Today, the opportunity is to be able to do a number of things. The things I'm going to be doing in terms of the back-end sales strategy is that pretty much immediately after my book has been launched or published, there is going to be the opportunity for people to be able to buy my online course version of what's in the book. So essentially, it will be an online course which I will be training people on how it is they can transition like I did out of the 9-to-5, out of the corporate world, and be able to get online. There's also an opportunity to be able to put together a membership program, because the online course is your course you create once and then you're able to sell it multiple times and it gives you the passive income. Then the membership program just gives you that reoccurring income when people join a membership that you've put together. Number 3, you could just do an ebook version of it as well. Well, why is an ebook? Because actually then people are able to send that on electronically onto other people, and you could charge for it, maybe $7, $5, maybe even you don't charge for it, but it's another opportunity to be able to get information in front of your audience. And there's 3 things that if you want to be successful online, meaning getting in the flow and doing what you're enjoying doing, which means that you're impacting people's lives and not thinking about the money. 3 things. 1, do something that you really, really, really enjoy doing all of the time, every day. Number 2, do something where you've got the skills or you're prepared to learn the skills that make it even more enjoyable doing that work. And number 3, finding out what it is people need help with. And if you can help them solve those problems, then you are going to have impact on people's lives rather than just thinking about how much money I can make. And I want to just share with you 3 ideas that if you are thinking about getting a coach, you're thinking about getting a mentor, there are 3 things they can help you with. 1 is they can help you get from where you are to where you want to get to really quickly, like for me, video and voice and presentation, using that beautiful voice of not of mine, but my voice. It's a gift I have. It's a gift you have. You're watching this video and you've got a voice. Use it. Number 2, they can keep you accountable. And I guess number 3, there is that opportunity to be able to fast track that growth in terms of where I want to get to. And have the accountability is also important. So those are some of the ideas behind why it is I've got a coach. I'm going to talk today very briefly about what I believe is the number 1 asset in your online business. And if you are not online and you want to go online, this is the number 1 asset in your online business. And I know for a lot of people it's going to be a big surprise because a lot of people don't use it consciously, but subconsciously they do. Because your number 1 asset in your online business is your list, your email list. Because essentially, if you've got a good email list of people that are engaged in what you do, with the press of a button, you can actually get a message out to them instantaneously. We have other avenues that we can connect and communicate with largely through social media, through our website, but there is no way, and all the research shows this, 10 times more powerful than social media is having a good email list. And it's really important that we focus on actually growing our email list if we are online. They can get what it is you've got to say that day, or what it is you've got to be able to offer them, or it may be a free download or whatever it might be. When we're doing social media, even like this, when I'm doing a live into my own Facebook page, there is no guarantee that the people that follow me will get this video, either live or in replay, because that's outside our control. The algorithms that the social media businesses like this one, Facebook, have set up are going to determine whether your audience actually sees a video or a post. And that is getting more difficult every single day because the big social media companies are forcing people to pay for advertisement. And that's the reason why it's more difficult daily to get your message, your story, what it is you might have to offer out to your audience. So that's number 1. Number 2, how do we build our email list? Well, there's many ways today that we can build our email list. We can build it by having an opt-in, which is really a place, and you'll have seen this every time you're subscribing to something or you're downloading something for free. You're putting your name and email in, you're opting in for a piece of information that could be free, or maybe you have to pay for it. And that's what we call people opting in with their name and email in exchange to get something that will help them, a solution to a problem that would solve that problem for them. So that is what we call opt-in, and that is the freebie that you get. It could be a challenge, it could be a webinar that you might want to join, it could be a newsletter. There's many things that people opt in for. Number 3, I would encourage you to do if you're not already doing it, because it's really important. And I know that when I'm talking to people who've got email lists or starting email lists, it's the thing they miss out on, and that is make sure that you're monitoring the analytics around it and that you're reporting against how your email list is doing each week or even each month. I believe that if you're not measuring something, then I'm not sure you can actually really track where it is going. And I think that applies to everything. It's not just email, it's your personal life, your business life, whatever it might be. It's really important to be able to track it and do the reports, review them, rinse and repeat.